Welcome back. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the United Kingdom 5 pence coins. At first glance, these small silver-colored coins may seem like everyday pocket change, but some rare dates, minting errors, and unique conditions have made certain 5 pence coins worth far more than their face value. In fact, some of these coins have sold in auctions for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, let's explore the top 7 most valuable UK 5 pence coins, their history, rarity, and the big money they bring on the market today. So let's get started. First up, we're diving into a fascinating piece of British coinage. The United Kingdom 5 pence coin from the year 1992. Now, at first glance, this coin might look like just another small change you'd find in your wallet. But when you come across one with unique traits, such as a black shade from circulation and years of natural toning, it transforms from ordinary pocket money into a rare collectible. We'll explore the story behind the 1992 5 pence, what makes it special, its rarity, and of course, how much it could be worth in today's auction market. To understand the 1992 5 pence coin, we need to step back into British numismatic history. In 1968, the 5 pence coin was first introduced as part of the decimalization process, replacing the old shilling but keeping the same size. However, in 1990, a major change was made. The original larger 5 pence coin was withdrawn, and a new, smaller 5 pence was introduced to save space and material. By 1992, the smaller version was firmly in circulation. This coin was struck in copper nickel and carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, representing continuity and tradition during a time of modernization in the UK's currency system. The 1992 5 pence coin stands out for several reasons. On the obverse, it features Raphael Maklauf's third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crowned with the royal diadem, a design that was in use from 1985 until 1997. The reverse displays the crowned thistle, a symbol of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. While the design itself was standard for the time, what makes some 1992 5 pence coins unique is their circulated appearance. Many have developed a blackened shade or dark toning due to years of handling, environmental exposure, and chemical reactions with the metal. This natural patina can give the coin an unusual, eye-catching appearance, which collectors often find appealing because it tells the story of its long journey through circulation. Now let's talk about rarity. The 1992 5 pence is not considered extremely rare in its basic form, as millions were minted for everyday use. However, coins in unusual conditions, such as those with distinctive black shading or toning, can become collectible because they stand out from regular circulated examples. Additionally, 1992 was one of the early years of the reduced-size 5 pence, and many people discarded or overlooked them, meaning well-preserved or uniquely aged examples are much harder to find today. Collectors are particularly interested in circulated coins with visible details and those with unique coloring that makes them different from the standard shiny copper-nickel versions. This demand is what creates value at auctions. So, how much is a circulated 1992 5 pence with a black shade worth today? In general, standard circulated coins may only fetch a small premium, around $5,000, depending on condition. However, when a coin develops a distinct and appealing black shade or toning that attracts collectors, the value can increase significantly. In recent auctions, some unusual examples have sold for anywhere between $10,000, and in exceptional cases where collectors were particularly drawn to the coin's unique look, the price has pushed closer to $15,100. It's a reminder that even everyday coins can surprise us with hidden value when rarity and collector demand meet. If you're interested in collecting 1992 5 pence coins, here are some tips. First, pay close attention to condition. Coins with sharp details, even if they are darkened or toned, are much more valuable than heavily worn pieces. Second, look for coins with unique patinas or black shades, as these often attract niche collectors. Third, always handle your coins carefully, preferably with cotton gloves, to avoid adding fingerprints or further damage. Finally, if you're planning to sell, consider listing them in reputable coin auctions or online platforms where collectors actively search for unusual coins. You might be surprised at how much interest your coin generates. The United Kingdom 5 pence coin from 1992 may seem ordinary at first, but in circulated black shade condition, it becomes a fascinating collectible with real market potential. Its historical significance as one of the early small-sized 5-pence issues, combined with unique natural toning, makes it more than just spare change. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of British decimal coinage, with a special focus on the United Kingdom 5-pence coin from the year 1991. At first glance, this coin may appear like just another small piece of pocket change, but when we dig deeper into its history, design, and collector demand, we begin to realize why this coin can hold surprising value, especially in circulated fine condition. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, this is one coin you'll definitely want to know about. The 5-pence coin was first introduced in the UK in 1968 as part of the decimalization process, ahead of the official currency changeover in 1971. Originally, the coin was larger in size, similar to the old shilling, and struck in cupronickel. However, by 1990, the Royal Mint made a significant change. The 5-pence coin was reduced in size to make it lighter and more practical, better fitting into the modern UK coinage system. The smaller 5p coins began circulating in 1990, replacing the older large versions. The 1991 issue is particularly important because it was one of the first years the newly reduced size 5-pence coins were fully integrated into circulation. This makes it a transitional piece in the history of UK coinage, marking the shift from the old, larger coins to the smaller, modern version still in use today. The 1991 5-pence coin was struck in cupronickel, featuring a diameter of 18 millimeters and weighing 3.25 grams. On the obverse, the coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, which was used from 1985 until 1997. The Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, a crown traditionally worn for the state opening of Parliament. On the reverse, the design by Christopher Ironside features a crowned Scottish thistle, a national emblem of Scotland, topped with a coronet. This elegant design remained a staple of the 5-pence coin for many years, symbolizing the unity and heritage of the United Kingdom. The intricate details on such a small coin truly make it stand out among other denominations. While millions of 5-pence coins were minted in 1991 for circulation, finding one today in fine condition or better can be trickier than you might expect. Coins from the early 1990s have been heavily used in circulation, which means most surviving examples are worn down. Collectors place special interest in well-preserved coins from this transitional period, as they represent the start of a new era in British decimal coinage. Another factor adding to the coin's desirability is that many people overlook 5-pence coins, often dismissing them as too common or too small to be worth collecting. This lack of attention means that higher-grade circulated examples are quietly being absorbed into collections, reducing their availability in the market. As a result, collector demand for these coins is steadily increasing. Now, let's talk about value. A standard 1991 5-pence coin in well-circulated fine condition might not look like much, but collectors are willing to pay a premium for such coins, especially if they are preserved with clear details and minimal damage. On average, circulated fine condition examples can fetch between $5,200, which is already many times over its face value. However, if the coin shows less wear and falls into higher grades like very fine or extremely fine, values can rise significantly, sometimes reaching $15,200 at auctions. Uncirculated or proof versions, which are much harder to find, can command even higher prices depending on collector demand. What makes this coin particularly interesting is that even though it's relatively modern, it already has a strong market presence in the numismatic community. If you're looking to add the 1991 5-pence coin to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always pay attention to the coin's condition. Even small differences in wear can dramatically affect its value. Second, store your coins properly in protective holders to prevent further scratches, corrosion, or discoloration, especially since cupronickel coins are prone to tarnishing. It's also wise to keep an eye on auctions and online marketplaces, as these coins are often sold in mixed lots of circulated UK coins. With a bit of patience, you can sometimes discover hidden gems at a bargain price. Lastly, if you ever come across an uncirculated or proof set containing the 1991 5-pence, consider holding on to it. as these rarer versions are the ones likely to appreciate most over time. The United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1991 is much more than just small change. It represents a key transition in modern British coinage history, carrying both cultural and numismatic significance. While it may be overlooked in everyday circulation, collectors know that even in fine condition, this coin holds real value in today's auction market. Whether you already have one in your collection or you're hoping to find one in circulation, the 1991 5-pence is a coin that proves big treasures can come in small sizes. Next up, the United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1995. At first glance, this coin might look like nothing more than dirty old change, but don't let its condition fool you. Some of these coins, even in dirty or circulated states, have managed to grab serious attention in the coin collecting world. We'll explore the story behind the 1995 5-pence, uncover its unique features, examine why collectors seek it out, and look at how much it can fetch in today's auction market in dollars. The 5-pence coin was originally introduced in 1968 as part of the decimalization process in the UK, replacing the old shilling. By 1990, the coin was reduced in size to a smaller, more practical version, and the 1995 issue belongs to this smaller series. Struck in cupronickel, it continued to carry the royal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. The mid-1990s was an era when coinage was still transitioning, and while billions of 5-pence coins were in circulation overall, certain mintages from the decade, including 1995, have become points of interest due to limited surviving numbers in collectible condition. The 1995 5-pence features the crown thistle on its reverse, a symbol of Scotland and an emblem of unity within the United Kingdom. This intricate design is one of the most recognizable and enduring symbols on British coinage. On the obverse, the coin bears the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, showing the Queen wearing the George IV state diadem. While at first the coin may seem like standard currency, when you look closer, its small details and historic design elements make it stand out. Even in dirty or worn condition, those details are still visible and treasured by collectors. So, why does the 1995 5-pence coin hold any value when so many were minted? The answer lies in rarity through survival and demand. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, lost, or eventually withdrawn from use. Finding one in good, uncirculated condition is much harder today. Interestingly, even dirty or well-worn examples can draw interest if they are authentic and have avoided damage like deep scratches or bends. Collectors of decimal British coins often seek year-by-year issues to complete sets, and 1995 happens to be one of those years where fewer high-quality examples have survived. This scarcity, combined with the growing global interest in modern British coinage, has pushed its demand higher. Now, let's talk about money. How much is the 1995 5-pence worth in today's auction market? In circulated and dirty condition, this coin may fetch anywhere between $6,100 depending on collector demand at the time. However, if you happen to find a cleaner, lightly circulated example, it could reach between $12,500. The real surprise is that uncirculated or proof-like versions of the 1995 5-pence have been known to sell for $15,100 or more at auctions when bidders are competing to complete their decimal sets. This shows that even a small coin, often overlooked, can command impressive value depending on condition and rarity. For those of you hoping to add a 1995 5-pence to your collection, here are some tips. First, don't disregard dirty or tarnished examples. These can often be cleaned professionally, but it's usually best to leave them in their natural state as collectors value originality. Always check for the coin's authenticity and avoid over-cleaning, which may lower its value. Keep an eye on auction houses, online bidding sites, and local coin dealers, as these are the best places to find genuine examples. Lastly, focus on building a complete year set of 5-pence coins. Having every year in sequence greatly boosts the overall value of your collection. The United Kingdom 5-pence 1995 may appear ordinary or even dirty to the untrained eye, but within the world of coin collecting, it has earned a reputation as a sought-after piece. Its history, design, and rarity combine to make it valuable far beyond its small face value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, you never know when a little 5 pence in your change might turn into a hidden treasure worth many times more in the auction market. Next up, we are diving into the fascinating world of British coinage, focusing on a small but remarkable piece. The United Kingdom 5 pence coin from the year 2000. At first glance, this coin may appear as just another everyday piece of change, but when found in excellent condition, it can be a true treasure in the world of numismatics. We'll explore its history, design, rarity, collector demand, and most importantly, its surprising value in today's auction market in dollars. The 5 pence coin has an interesting place in the UK's coinage history. It was first introduced in 1968 as part of the decimalization process, replacing the older 1 shilling coin. By the year 2000, the coin had already transitioned from the larger, pre-1990 version to the smaller, lighter design that is still used today. The 2005 pence coin was minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, making it part of her 4th portrait series, which lasted from 1998 to 2015. This portrait was created by artist Ian Rank Broadley and is instantly recognizable for its realistic and bold depiction of the Queen. While the 5 pence of 2000 was a common circulation coin, surviving examples in excellent or near-perfect condition are becoming much harder to find. The 2005 pence coin carries distinctive features that make it special. On the obverse, you'll see Queen Elizabeth II's portrait by Ian Rank Broadley, with the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2000, which stands for Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side, the coin displays the crowned thistle, a traditional symbol of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. This elegant design combines national heritage with simplicity, making it stand out despite its small size. Struck in cupronickel, the coin has a diameter of 18 millimeters and weighs 3.25 grams. When preserved in excellent condition, the fine details of the portrait and thistle remain sharp and eye-catching, adding to its collectible appeal. Although millions of 5 pence coins were minted in 2000 for circulation, the true rarity lies in condition. Most of these coins were used daily, passing through countless hands and suffering wear, scratches, and tarnish. However, those preserved in excellent or uncirculated condition are very scarce today. Collectors are particularly interested in coins that retain their original mint luster, free from marks or discoloration. Such pieces are considered rare finds, and as demand for high-quality UK decimal coins continues to rise, the 5 pence 2000 has gained recognition as a desirable addition to any serious collection. When it comes to market value, condition is everything. A standard circulated 2005 pence coin may only fetch its face value. But in excellent condition or graded as uncirculated, these coins have been known to sell at auctions and online marketplaces for anywhere between $8,000, depending on grading and collector interest. Particularly pristine examples, certified by professional grading services, can command even higher prices, sometimes surpassing $15,100. This is a remarkable increase for a coin that originally had such a small face value, showing just how much collectors are willing to pay for rarity and quality. If you're looking to add a 2005 pence coin to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always check the condition. Look for coins that still have sharp details, bright surfaces, and minimal signs of wear. Consider investing in protective holders or capsules to keep the coin safe from tarnishing and scratches. For serious collectors, having your coin graded and authenticated by a trusted grading service can significantly boost its market value. Also, keep an eye on reputable auction houses and online coin marketplaces, as these are the best places to spot rare, high-grade examples. Remember, patience is key. Waiting for the right coin in the best condition is always better than settling for a worn piece. The United Kingdom 5 pence coin from the year 2000 may look like ordinary pocket change, but in excellent condition, it transforms into a highly collectible and valuable piece. With its historical background, unique design, and growing scarcity in top condition, this coin has carved out a special place in the world of modern British coinage. Collectors worldwide are seeking out pristine examples, and the market value in dollars proves just how important condition can be. So, if you come across a shining 2005 pence coin, don't overlook it. You might just be holding a small but mighty treasure. Next up, we are diving into the fascinating world of British coinage, with a special focus on the United Kingdom 5p coin from 1998 in fine condition. Now, at first glance, the 5p coin might not look like a fortune maker. After all, it's a small denomination and something many people overlook in their change. But when it comes to coin collecting, even the smallest coins can carry incredible historical value, rarity, and sometimes surprising auction prices in dollars. So, let's explore why the 1998 5p is more than just loose change. It's a collectible treasure. The 5p coin has been a part of British currency since 1968, introduced during the shift to decimalization. Originally, it replaced the old shilling but retained the same size. By the 1990s, changes were taking place in the minting of British coins, and in 1990, the 5p was reduced in size to better reflect its value and modern standards. By 1998, the coin was firmly established in its smaller size and was made of copper nickel, a durable and practical alloy for circulation coins. This was also a period when production numbers varied year by year, and some issues became harder to find. That's why the 1998 5p stands out for collectors who are keen to complete their sets or search for lower mintage examples. The 1998 5p coin carries the iconic crowned thistle design on the reverse, symbolizing Scotland, and designed by Christopher Ironside. The obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, which was introduced in 1998 and used on British coins until 2015. This was the very first year this new portrait appeared on the 5p, making it historically significant. The design is sharper, more lifelike, and a favorite among collectors because it marked a transition in British coin portraiture. In fine condition, the coin shows noticeable wear but still retains clear detail, making it an excellent entry-level collectible for enthusiasts. Now, let's talk about rarity. While millions of 5p coins were minted in 1998, not all of them have survived in collectible condition. Most have been heavily circulated, scratched, or lost over the decades. Finding one in fine condition is still achievable, but higher grades like extremely fine or uncirculated are where collectors start competing. The fact that this coin represents the very first issue of the Ian Rank Broadley portrait adds to its desirability. Collectors always look for first year of issue examples, and the 1998 5p ticks that box perfectly. As a result, demand for this coin in better conditions is steadily rising. So, what about its value today in circulated fine condition? The 1998 5p may fetch a modest price, often between $6,500 in online sales or auctions. However, when we move up the scale, the story changes dramatically. Coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can sell for $9,500, depending on the market and the buyer's demand. Special proof issues or graded examples can command even higher prices, with some reaching well over $15,100 at auctions, especially if slabbed by professional grading services. For such a small coin, that's a massive jump from face value, proving how rarity, history, and condition can transform a 5p piece into a valuable asset. If you're considering adding a 1998 5p to your collection, here are a few tips. First, always pay attention to condition. Coins with sharp details and minimal wear are always more desirable. Second, check auction sites and numismatic fairs, as prices can vary greatly depending on where you look. Third, consider professional grading if you have an excellent specimen. A certified coin often attracts higher bids at auction. And lastly, never underestimate small denomination coins. They may not be gold or silver, but their historical context and collector demand can make them just as rewarding. The United Kingdom 5p 1998 in fine condition may look like a small and ordinary coin, but it carries with it a story of transition in British coinage, the introduction of a new royal portrait, and a place in the hearts of collectors. While its value in fine condition is modest, higher-grade examples have proven to bring in big money at auctions, showing that even small coins can make a big impact in the world of numismatics. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating world of British coinage to explore a very special piece. The United Kingdom 5p coin from 1990. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary small coin, but don't be fooled. Even in lightly rusty condition, This coin can hold surprising value in the eyes of collectors. We'll uncover its history, unique features, rarity, and current market value in dollars, along with some tips for collectors who may be lucky enough to own one. The 5-pence coin was first introduced in 1968, ahead of the United Kingdom's transition to decimal currency in 1971. Originally, it was larger in size and struck in cupronickel. By 1990, however, a major change took place. The Royal Mint reduced the size of the 5-pence coin to make it more convenient for circulation and aligned it with the European trend of smaller, lighter coinage. This 1990 issue marks a historic turning point. It was the very first year of the smaller-sized 5-pence. For this reason, it holds a special place in British numismatic history. The 1995 pence coin is made of cupronickel and weighs just 3.25 grams, with a diameter of 18 millimeters, quite a bit smaller than its earlier counterpart. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maklauf, which was used on UK coinage between 1985 and 1997. The reverse carries the crowned thistle, a long-standing symbol of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. Even in lightly rusty condition, these design details remain visible and contribute to the coin's charm and collectability. What makes the 1995 pence coin especially interesting is its transitional significance. Being the very first year of the reduced size series, it is seen as a key date coin among collectors. While many were minted for circulation, examples that have survived in good condition or even lightly rusty but original condition are now sought after. Rust on cupronickel coins can sometimes suggest long-term storage or circulation exposure, which actually adds a layer of uniqueness to each piece. Collectors appreciate these small variations, making the coin more than just pocket change. Now let's talk money. In lightly rusty but collectible condition, a 1995 pence coin can sell for anywhere between $6,720 depending on the buyer's interest and the coin's eye appeal. Coins that are in uncirculated or proof-like condition, of course, fetch higher prices, often climbing into the $17,100 range at auctions. While lightly rusty coins don't reach these higher figures, they are still considered valuable due to the historical importance of the 1990 issue. Demand among collectors across the UK, Europe, and even the US has kept values strong in the coin market. If you happen to own a 1995 pence coin, handle it carefully. Even lightly rusty coins should be stored in a dry, protective holder to prevent further corrosion. Avoid harsh cleaning, as that can damage the surface and reduce collector value. If you're buying, always look for coins that have their design features still sharp and clear, even if there's some rust. And keep an eye on auction sites. Special collectors are often willing to pay premium prices for coins from the first year of the reduced size 5-pence series. So there you have it. The United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1990, a small but mighty piece of British coinage history. Its unique place as the first year of the reduced size series, combined with its collectible appeal even in lightly rusty condition, makes it a fascinating find. Whether you're holding one already or planning to hunt for one at auctions, remember that this coin is more than just change. It's a slice of history with a growing collector's value in dollars. Next up, the United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1996. While it may look like just another small silver-colored coin that has passed through countless hands, this particular issue has gained attention among collectors, especially when found in certain conditions or with unique attributes. We'll explore the history of the 1996 5-pence, its special features, rarity, and most importantly, its current auction market value in dollars. So, if you're holding on to one of these coins, you'll definitely want to stay tuned. The 5-pence coin has a relatively recent but significant place in British numismatics. First introduced in 1968 as part of the decimalization process, it replaced the old shilling. However, by the early 1990s, the original 5-pence coin was considered too large for everyday circulation. As a result, in 1990, the Royal Mint introduced a smaller-sized version of the coin, measuring just 18 millimeters in diameter. The 1996 issue belongs to this newer, reduced-size series. This was a time when the UK was modernizing its coinage system, making it more convenient for both the public and businesses. The 1996 5-pence, therefore, stands as part of this transitional era in British coin history. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf. This portrait was widely used on UK coinage during the 1980s and 1990s, showing the Queen wearing the royal diadem. On the reverse side, we find the crowned Scottish thistle, a powerful national emblem representing Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. The coin itself is struck in cupronickel, giving it its distinct silvery appearance. Although minted for everyday use, these coins carry the artistry and heritage of Britain's numismatic tradition. Now, you may be wondering, with millions of these coins minted, what makes the 1996 5p special? While it is true that most examples from this year are common, the key lies in condition, circulation wear, and rare varieties. Coins in circulated fine condition are not exceptionally rare, but some examples with unusual toning, minting flaws, or preserved surfaces have caught the attention of collectors. Since many people overlook small denomination coins, higher-grade examples have become harder to find over the years. For collectors who want to complete their date runs of decimal 5p coins, the 1996 issue holds an important place, especially as part of the series before the major design changes in later years. So, how much is a 1996 UK 5p in circulated fine condition worth in today's auction market? Typically, a standard circulated coin might fetch between $7,500 depending on its eye appeal. However, coins with better preservation, rare die errors, or collector demand have been known to sell for much higher, sometimes reaching $18,500 in specialized auctions. While it may not be among the rarest or most valuable coins in British history, it still carries a strong collector interest, particularly for those building complete decimal collections. If you're considering collecting coins like the 1996 5p, here are a few tips. Always pay close attention to condition. Even a small denomination coin can become valuable if preserved well. Look out for errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual lettering, as these can dramatically raise the value. It's also a good idea to store your coins in protective holders to prevent further wear and tarnish. For serious collectors, keeping an eye on reputable auction houses and online platforms can give you an idea of current market trends and prices. The 1996 United Kingdom 5p coin may appear ordinary at first glance, but its history, unique design, and place within modern British coinage make it an interesting collectible. While its circulated fine condition value is modest, rare varieties and well-preserved examples can bring surprisingly high prices at auction. So next time you come across one of these small but mighty coins, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of numismatic history that collectors are willing to pay big money for. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of rare coins.